Today, we're going to talk about showing up to the date, feeling confident, signaling respect, and not treating the first date like it's an errand.
By the end of this video, you'll know how to show up feeling polished without feeling fake.
Point one, your date notices effort before they know who you really are. Here's the uncomfortable bit. Your date doesn't know your backstory yet. They don't know you're funny. They don't know you can be trusted. They don't even know that you can cook an omelet without destroying the entire kitchen. At the beginning of the date, they only know what's right in front of them.
Welcome to Second Story Society. I'm Tamara and this is Michael, and we talk about dating, connection, and some communication tips for people that are over 50 and trying to get back into dating again. We're not dating coaches, gurus, or psychologists. We're a real life dating couple who have had a lot of years of dating over many decades that wanted to share our experiences, our sometimes tragic stories that we've learned from, and some tips and tricks that have helped us connect in the dating world in real life.
As you walk in the door at the beginning of the date, all they know is what's in front of them. They haven't gotten to the good part yet, the conversation where they get to know you.
So today we're going to be very practical, but make sure you stay until the end because we're going to give you the magic mirror trick, which we use before we go out on a date.
The way you walk in says, I'm pleased to meet you. It says, I'm happy to be here. It does not say, I just picked this up from the bathroom floor and stuck it on 10 minutes ago before I arrived. Now, you may think that's superficial. It isn't. Especially people after 50 are looking for clues. They don't know who you are. They're just meeting you for the first time.
Stop laughing.
The way you walk in the door, the way you present yourself, the way you show up for the date says everything to the person you're with before you ever open up your mouth. And let's be clear, effort does not mean flashy or expensive or that you own a vineyard and 10 cars in the driveway that need to be fixed. Effort is intentional.
10 cars in the driveway.
It means you've told your date that you're here to meet them and not just running errands between the drugstore and picking up your dry cleaning.
Now, Michael, sometimes people are going to hear what you just said and think that's awfully shallow. And that's fair. Nobody wants to feel like they're auditioning for a beauty contest, especially after 50 and beyond. But dressing well isn't about vanity. It's about connection.
I'm just talking about something you feel comfortable and confident in when you arrive.
Yeah, I actually really liked your John Travolta Boogie Nights example because sometimes people pull old crap out of their closet thinking, hey, this worked the last time I dated in 1972.
Yeah.
But maybe you should freshen up your look a little in 2026.
Right. And this isn't black and white. If you're going on an old crappy disco
Party night.
hey, it works perfectly.
So we're not trying to talk about being different than who you really are because we want you to show up with your personality, right? If you love kittens and kitty cats and you carry a cat bag everywhere you go, maybe that's something you'll connect with your date about, right?
If you're going on a roller skating date, which we've done, you might show up dressed appropriate for that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't want to wear your velvet tuxedo coat to go roller skating. Or maybe you do. I don't know.
Maybe I do. I do like that too.
It does look good on you. A woman may not care about the brand of your coat or what kind of watch you're wearing, but she does care that you show up presentable and that you gave a crap and spent more than 5 minutes getting ready.
Pick something that fits, something that's dressed, ready to go.
And that you feel great in, right? Truly, women just want to feel respected on the date, like you took the time to get ready. You're not showing up unlike yourself. You're just showing up as the best, most intentional version of yourself to really connect authentically.
You would do it for a job interview. You could do it for a first date. Point 3 we're going to make today is fit beats fashion. Let's be clear. We're not talking about you need to know the latest trends or you need to understand color theory. This is for men and women.
We don't want to put that kind of pressure on you, right? This is truly just about showing up in the cleanest, most well represented version of whatever you own today.
Yeah, you don't have to run out and panic buy that velvet blazer because some guy on the internet says it works.
Yeah. I think it's whatever makes you feel comfortable, but also what you think really is the best version of you for your first date, right?
Right. Fit beats fashion.
Every single time.
Pick something that you feel good in, that fits you right, that is cleaned and ready to go.
Yeah, you don't want to look like you borrowed your best friend's blazer and it's size extra, extra large, and you happen to be a medium.
You just want to show up like you care.
Because you know what? You're going to tell the story about this first date and how you met and what it felt like for the rest of your life if this date works out.
I
right?
agree, Tamara. This might be the connection.
Right. Do you remember what I wore on our first date?
Yes, I do.
What was it?
It was high top or
No.
turtleneck.
Okay. We'll cut that
green
part
dress.
out. Yeah, I was green dress. And you know what? After loss, disappointment, so many bad dates, or just flat out rejection, sometimes it can feel safer to just act like you don't care very much about this date. You don't want to put yourself and your ego on the line. So you downplay it and you tell yourself, it's just coffee. It probably won't go anywhere. It's just another first date.
But it takes courage to go on the first date. It takes courage to put yourself out there.
Yeah. And I think it's important not to downplay it because this might be a really amazing opportunity to meet someone that you'll fall in love with.
You're not representing depression or desperation, or you don't have to show up with a poem, flowers, a 5-year plan.
The last thing you want to do is have a whole strategy for how to get through a checklist on a
Right.
first date, right?
You're there to meet somebody.
When you want to put your charming self out there first, not the I'm here with a strategy to figure out if you're my life partner.
And today we're just talking about showing up to say, I'm willing to try, take a
And
risk.
put myself out there, and who knows, you may be the love of my life.
And yes, that includes wearing shoes that say, I knew somebody else would be present today.
Yeah, because a first date really is worth preparing for. And you want the person that you show up for to feel that way when you walk in.
You are not trying to look younger on these dates. Now, this is very important, especially after 50. You're not competing with 35-year-olds. You are not trying to erase the fact that life happened. Life is happening on this date.
Exactly. Yeah. You want to make sure that you bring your authentic self to the date, that whatever life you've lived, you're not trying to erase for this new person or feel like you're showing up as a version of yourself you were 20 years ago. You want to show up as you are today.
I agree with you, Tamara.
Yeah, really. You just want to look engaged, present, and still in the game.
The goal is not younger, it's to feel alive. We're here to meet someone to feel more alive.
Yeah, engaged, present, and having a great time.
Yeah, agree 100%. Confidence after 50 does not come by pretending that time hasn't passed.
You just want to look alive, not perfect, not like you spent 10 weeks preparing for this date, but ready to have some fun with this new person that you're engaging with.
Right. Own it. Show up like the person you're with matters.
Right. Because when someone shows up and looks like they're comfortable in who they are now, that's really attractive.
Yeah, they don't have to look flawless. They don't have to look fake. They don't have to look like they've moisturized themselves in the next decade.
Okay, so here's the magic mirror question that we promise. This is a technique that we use before we go on our dates. Before you go on your next date, look in the mirror and ask yourself, would I feel confident and excited to meet this person on my next date? Before your next date, look in the mirror and ask yourself, would I feel excited to meet me?
Yeah, when you look in that mirror, do you feel inspired, confident, clear, excited? If the answer is yes, go. If the answer is no, go ahead and change one thing.
Yeah, don't spiral and start nitpicking yourself to death.
Try changing the jacket.
Yeah, as Coco Chanel said, just take off one thing or put on one little extra thing that makes you feel extremely confident, because one small adjustment can change how you feel walking in.
And sometimes that one little bit of confidence is a difference between showing up guarded or showing up open. Okay. So here's the big takeaway. You don't have to look rich. You don't have to look younger. You don't have to look perfect.
You just have to look present. Because when you show up like the date matters, you're actually sending a message to you, not just your date. You're saying, I'm actually still worth showing up for, and this matters to me.
And that may be the most important part.
So if you're dating again after 50 or even thinking about getting back into the dating game, subscribe to Second Story Society. We're having real conversations about confidence, clarity, communication, and preparation for your dates.
And if you really want to understand what makes somebody attractive after 50, you won't want to miss this next episode. It's not what you think it is. And mercifully, it doesn't involve a velvet blazer.
And if you're wondering if you're actually ready to get back out there or even think about dating again, there's a link to a quiz called Are You Ready to Date Again? Below. Okay, see you next time.